Okay. We are doing 3.5. Maybe, if I can find it. 3.5 if I can find it. Okay. So there are kind of two basic types of problems that we're going to be dealing with. And then several iterations within each type. So here we have a rational expression with an equal sign. So we need to solve for W, but first we need to note that W is not allowed to equal what number? -2. Because if W equals -2, then the denominator is 0, and we can't do that. So if we keep that in mind, we can find a common denominator and then eliminate the denominators. What will the common denominator be? W plus 2. So this one needs a W plus 2. So I have -4W minus 8 is equal to -7, and both of those are over W plus 2. If I had A over 3 is equal to B over 3, I don't need the 3's anymore, right? This is still true, A equaling B. So once you have a common denominator and you have listed what the answer cannot be, then you just eliminate the denominators and solve. So we add 8, -4W equals 1, divide by 4, W is -1/4. Is that okay? Yes, because it's not this. Okay. Uh-oh, who showed up late? Oh, it's you. Okay, problem number 2. Same basic idea. Now the denominator is Z. What will the common denominator among all of those be? 5Z. So this one, this one needs a Z over Z. This one needs a 5 over 5. I'm running out of room. And that one needs 5Z over 5Z. Okay, now I can't see any of it, but so on the left side, 2Z over 5Z equals 30 over 5Z minus 10Z over 5Z. And then Z is not allowed to be 0. And once I have that, I can get rid of the denominators. And then I just solve. So add 10Z. 12Z equals 30. Divide by 30. And I get 4/5. Or how about we divide by 12? How about we divide by 12 and we get yeah. Well, in this case, it says simplify as much as possible. So you got to simplify fractions. Because you're not when we didn't put things together, the answer was an equation. And this is not an equation. So anyway, it's 5 over 2. I put 4 on the other side, but I wasn't thinking. Okay. I think 3 is the same. Yep, same type. We need to get to the harder ones. So here, the left side needs a W minus 7. Easy enough. Okay, here's one of the harder ones. I need to zoom in a little bit. Okay. What should I do here? I need to factor this, and I get 4 times u plus 6. So what will the common denominator be? 4 times u plus 6. So this needs a 4, and this needs a 4 and a u plus 6. So I'm going to make it easy on myself and put this inside there. 4u plus 24 and 4u plus 24. Does everybody understand that? So if I had 1 over 2 equals x over, 1/6 equals 2 plus x over 3. This one is made up of 2 times 3. So that needs a 2. And this needs a 2 and a 3. But instead of writing 2 and 3, I'm going to write 6 to save myself some time. So there's a 2 under there. So this needs a 4u plus 24 on both the top and the bottom. I could do a 4 and a u plus 6, but then I need to multiply them together, and I already know what that is. Okay. I do that. Okay. And then what can u not equal? -6. So the numerator is, and I can get rid of all the denominators now that they're all equal. So 3 plus 8u plus 48 equals -16. So 2 times 4u and then 2 times 24. So 8u, we subtract 48, -16 minus 48 is 64, minus 3 is 67, negative. So u is -67/8. Is that an okay answer? Yes, because it's not -6. So we're done. Here's a more difficult one. This one's not as bad as some of them. We need to factor this, and it's going to be y minus 4 and y minus 3. So this one, yes, luckily it's the same thing. So y minus 4 and y minus 4. And then this one needs a y minus 3 and a y minus 3. You guys understand that? And y is not allowed to be 4 or 3. And then we get rid of these. We don't need them anymore. So in the numerator, 5 equals y minus 4 plus 2y minus 6. You guys understand that? Okay. On the right, I get 3y, and then I need to add 10 over here. So y is 5. Is that allowed? Yes. What if 5 is not allowed? Then you say there's no solution, because the only one that worked turns out to be one of the ones that's not allowed. Okay. Well, it can turn out that way. Well, kind of. That's going to happen right here. Okay. It was going to happen regardless of what he said. So, what is the common denominator here? U. So this one needs a u over u, and this one needs a u over u, and u is not allowed to be 0. So the left side is negative 9u plus 15 equals u squared minus 11u. Now, we have a u squared. What should that tell you? There are going to be two answers. Also, it's a quadratic, so we probably want to factor. Hopefully factoring works. If factoring doesn't work, then we'll have to find some other method. You could. However, in a couple assignments, if you don't know how to do the factoring portion, you won't be able to finish. Okay. So when I have a whole bunch of numbers and variables and one of the variables is squared, what do I need to do? Yes, move it all to one side and put it in descending order. Should we move it to the right or to the left? Right. How come? We want the u squared to be positive. That makes our life easier. So we add 9u and subtract 15, add 9u and subtract 15. So u squared minus 2u minus 15. Does that factor? U minus 5 and u plus 3. So u is 5 or negative 3. Are either of those excluded? No. I'm surprised we haven't hit one yet. But sometimes one of those will get cut out. Sometimes both of them will get cut out. Right. Yeah. So if this was the result, then I would chuck that one and say negative 3 is the only correct answer. And then in a couple days, we'll talk about what it means to be an answer that got thrown out. Because that's a specific graphical construction. But we're not quite ready for that yet. Okay. I think this is as hard as it gets. What is the common denominator? Both of those. So this one needs a y plus 1. This one needs a y minus 2. And what does this one need? Both. Well, what are they when we put them together? Y squared minus, so negative 2y plus y is minus y minus 2. I multiplied y minus 2 and y plus 1 in my head. Everybody good? I did. It's right there. So, I can delete the denominator if I remember that y is not allowed to be 2 or negative 1. Okay. On the left side, we get 5y plus 5. And then negative 8y squared plus 8y plus 16 plus 7y minus 14. Do we want to move to the left or the right? Left. I want my y squared to be positive. It technically it doesn't matter, but I think you'll make fewer mistakes if you do it this way. So, we need to bring over a negative 8 and a negative 7. So that's negative 15, 5 minus 15. And then we've got a 14 and a 16, which make 30. Oh, thank you. So that's a positive 2. We bring over a negative 2. Did I do it right? Okay. Can I pull out the 8? No. So I can try to factor it, or I can do quadratic formula. Let's try factoring and see if it works. So we draw the box. We stick in the 8y squared and the negative 3. Do you remember the next step? Multiply those together. Negative 24x squared, and we tried to build a negative 10. Yes. No, 6 and 4 won't work. It's got to be 12 and 2. Why not 6 and 4? We have to build a negative 24, and in order for 6 and 4 to work, they both have to be negative. So negative 12y and 2y. And then we just look for a common term, 4y. I pull a 4y out of 8y, and I get 2y. I pull a 4y out of negative 12y, and I get minus 3. Oh, so it does work. You didn't see anything. Good job. So 8y squared and plus 3. So it is positive 24y, which means negative 4 and negative 6 work. You were right all along. So negative 4y, negative 6y, pull out what? 4y, and I'm left with 2y minus 1. I pull out a 2y, and I get negative 3. And then I check, is negative 3 times negative 1 positive 3? Yes. So 2y minus 1 equals 0, and 4y minus 3 equals 0. Add the 1 and divide by 2. Add the 3 and divide by 4. Are either of those excluded? No. So that will work. Okay. This one's the same, but there's one more factor. Oh no, nope, this is an easy one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to see any more? Okay, another one of those. See if I can find one. Oh. Was it 8? Well, I gotta get it wrong first. Oh. Try again. Try again. Try another. Okay. There we go. So, this one needs a u minus 2. And this one needs both. And when I put those together, I get u squared minus 3u plus 2. And hopefully you can do that pretty quickly in your head. U squared, that gives me negative 1, that gives me negative 2, which is where I got the negative 3 from. And then that gives me 2. Okay, this one needs a u minus 1. So on the left, multiply all of those by 6. 6u squared minus 18u plus 12 plus 5u minus 5 equals negative 2u plus 4. And I need to remember u is not allowed to be 1 or 2. Okay. So 6u squared on the left, negative 18 plus 5 is negative 13, and then I'm going to add 2, so negative 11, and then 12 minus 5 is 7, and I subtract 4. Oh, wait. So 3. Hopefully this factors. If it doesn't, we have to use a quadratic formula. So I draw the box. 6u squared and 3. That makes 18u squared. Can I build a negative 11 using an 18? 9 and 2. So negative 9u and 2u. Negative 2u. So those share a 3u, which gives me 2u minus 3. And if I take a 2u out of this, I get negative 1. And then I check that negative 1 times negative 3 is 3, so I must have done it correctly. So my u values are 3/2 and 1/3. Are either of those excluded? No. Okay, not too bad. There are only a handful of those type.